Good morning, students. Students, in our previous lecture, in chemical properties of nitrogen family, we have done with you the two properties, the formation of hydrides and the formation of halides. Now, today we start with the third chemical properties, which is the formation of oxides. So, third will be the formation of oxides. Formation of oxides. How does the oxides are formed? Now, the member of a group number 15, they forms the oxides of the type X2O3, X2O4 and X2O5. So, member of group number 15, they form the oxides of the type X2O3, X2O4 and X2O5. Now, if I consider the acidic strength of the oxides, it decreases on moving down the group when the oxidation state is same. Just see over here, the acidic strength of the oxides, acidic strength of oxides decreases, acidic strength of oxides decreases down the group. It decreases down the group in same oxidation state. If it is in same oxidation state. So, acidic strength of the oxide decreases down the group if we are in the same oxidation state. So, likewise, nitrogen trioxide N2O3, it will be more acidic as compared to P2O3, which will be more acidic as compared to arsenic oxide. So, nitrogen trioxide is more acidic as compared to phosphorus trioxide, which is more acidic as compared to arsenic trioxide. Similarly, here would be an oxidation state of nitrogen, it is plus 3. So, 2x minus 6, this is in the plus 3 oxidation state, this again is in the plus 3 oxidation state, and this again is in the plus 3 oxidation state. So, if the oxides of the various elements are in the same oxidation state, then the acidic strength of oxides goes on decreasing on moving down the group. Similarly, if I consider nitrogen pentoxide, or sorry, if I consider N2O5, this will be more acidic as compared to P2O5, which again will be more acidic as compared to arsenic pentaoxide, which again will be more acidic as compared to antimony pentoxide, which again will be more acidic as compared to bismuth pentaoxide. Here, the oxidation state in the first case was plus 3, oxidation state, this is plus 3, and in this case, oxidation state is plus 5. This is oxidation state. Oxidation state over here will be plus 5. Nitrogen pentoxide, nitrogen is in the plus 5 oxidation state. Phosphorus is in the plus 5 oxidation state. Arsenic in the plus 5 oxidation state. Antimony in plus 5 and bismuth is in the plus 5 oxidation state. Am I clear? Now, if we consider the oxides of the same element, it increases with increase in oxidation state. So, the oxides of the same element, the acidic strength of the oxides of the same element increases with increase in oxidation state. The acidic strength of oxides of same element, acidic strength of oxides of same element, acidic strength of oxides of same element increases with increase in oxidation number, increases with increase in oxidation number, increases with increase in oxidation number. Just see over here, if you take various oxides of nitrogen, N2O will be less acidic as compared to NO, which again will be less acidic as compared to N2O3, which will be less acidic as compared to N2O4, which will be less acidic as compared to N2O5. You may see over here the oxidation number is +1, this is +2, this is +3, and then this is +4 and +5. Am I clear, student? So if we consider the acidic strength of the oxides of same element, it increases with increase in oxidation state, or I must say over here the acidic strength in this case is directly proportional to oxygen content, is directly proportional to oxygen content or number of oxygen atoms over here. Directly proportional to oxidation number, directly proportional to oxygen content. Directly proportional to oxygen content. I mean to say, more is an oxygen content in the oxides of nitrogen, more will be the acidic character of the oxides of the same element over here. Now, if I consider the stability of pentaoxides of the various elements, stability of pentaoxides, stability of pentaoxides, P2O5 will be more stable as compared to arsenic pentaoxide. Phosphorus pentaoxide will be more stable as compared to arsenic pentaoxide, which again will be more stable as compared to antimony pentaoxide, as compared to antimony pentaoxide, which again will be more stable as compared to bismuth pentaoxide over here, as compared to bismuth pentaoxide. Am I clear, student, over here? So this is how the stability of pentaoxides will be given over here. Now, all the pentaoxide except P2O5 act as an oxidizing agent over here. So I hope these properties must be clear to you. Now, student, in the further reduced syllabus, detailed discussion of oxoacids and oxides are not to be done. So I have done with you a brief discussion of oxides. I am not going to discuss the method of preparation or their structures. Neither for oxoacids, the method of preparation and their structure will be discussed. So in the reduced syllabus or in the further reduced syllabus, we were supposed to do the oxides in brief, then the hydrides and halides, and then we have to do anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Anomalous behavior of nitrogen. So anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Why does the nitrogen shows anomalous behavior? Nitrogen shows anomalous behavior due to small size. It shows nitrogen, this can be a question in the board examination. Nitrogen shows anomalous behavior. Anomalous behavior. How and what are the various anomalous behavior? Due to, this can be a 1 or 2 marks question in board examination. Due to, the first reason is its small size. It is due to its small size. So it shows anomalous behavior due to small size. Number second, due to high electronegativity, small size, and then high electronegativity. Small size, high electronegativity, then high ionization energy, small size, high electronegativity, then it is due to high ionization energy. High ionization energy, non-availability of vacant d orbital, non-availability of vacant d orbital, non-availability of vacant d orbital. So, due to small size, high electronegativity, high ionization energy, non-availability of vacant d orbital in the valence shell, vacant d orbital in the valence shell, and its capacity to form p pi bond formation. And number 1 is its capacity to form p p pi bond formation. Its capacity to form p pi and p pi bond, to form p pi bonds. Its capacity to form p pi and p pi multiple bonds. In fact, I must say p pi and p pi multiple bond. The question is, why does the nitrogen shows anomalous behavior? It shows anomalous behavior due to small size, high electronegativity, high ionization energy, non-availability of vacant d orbital in a valence shell, and its capacity to form p pi multiple A bond. Now the question is, what are the main points of a difference, or what are some anomalous behavior? Main point of a difference of nitrogen. What will be main point of a difference? In brief, I will let you revise this. First is nitrogen is a gas. First one is nitrogen is a gas, while other members are solid. The question will be asked, why nitrogen is a gas? So answer to this will be due to p pi bond over here. Due to p pi and p pi bond. So nitrogen is a gas while other members are solid due to p pi bond over here. Number second, nitrogen is diatomic. Nitrogen is diatomic in nature. I mean to say the two atoms combine to form nitrogen molecule, while the other elements are tetraatomic. Other elements are tetraatomic in nature, while the other elements are tetraatomic. The other elements are tetraatomic in nature. Am I clear over here? Now nitrogen forms 5 oxides. It forms 5 type of oxides. It forms 5 oxides. And what can be those oxides? It can be N2O, it can be NO, it can be N2O3, it can be N2O4, and it can be N2O5. While the other members, they form 2 oxides. Other members forms only 2 oxides. Forms only 2 oxides. 2 oxides. Nitrogen forms 5 oxides. Other member form 2 oxides. Now, hydrides of ammonia have hydrogen bonding. So, hydrides of nitrogen, I must say, hydrides of nitrogen shows hydrogen bonding. Shows hydrogen bonding over here. So, hydrides of nitrogen shows hydrogen bonding. Am I clear, students? While the hydrides of other elements do not show hydrogen bonding. Nitrogen normally does not show pentavalency. Why? Due to the absence of a vacant d orbital. Nitrogen does not show pentacovalency. Nitrogen does not show pentacovalency. Why does the nitrogen does not show pentacovalency? Due to absence of vacant d orbital. Due to the absence of vacant d orbital. Due to the absence of a vacant d orbital. So, nitrogen does not show pentavalency due to the absence of a vacant d orbital. I told you yesterday, hydrides of ammonia are more basic than the hydrides of other elements. So, hydrides of ammonia are highly basic, are more basic. Ammonia is more basic than the hydrides of other element. Ammonia is more basic than hydrides of other element. Am I clear, students, over here? Than the hydrides of other elements. Ammonia is more basic than the hydrides of the other element over here. Fine. Now, all halides of nitrogen are unstable except NF3. So, all halides of nitrogen are unstable. All halides of nitrogen are unstable. All halides of nitrogen are unstable in nature. They are unstable except NF3. All halides of nitrogen are unstable except NF3. Am I clear? Other metal halides are other elements halides are stable in nature. Other elements halides are stable in nature. Is it clear? So students, this was a brief introduction of our group number 15. Now as far as the compounds in the group number 15 is concerned, most of the compounds are reduced from the syllabus. We have to do only the few compounds. We have to discuss nitrogen, phosphine and nitric acid. So in our next lecture, we will be discussing with you nitrogen, phosphine and nitric acid. Thank you.